Oh my gosh, this movie deserves all the praise. Today we're going to be watching Moana. Moana is a great example for kids as well as Maui himself and what he learns in this movie. We're going to go through it from the perspective of a pediatrician and actor, see what health lessons we can find and what you could talk to your children about in terms of their health as found in this movie. And there's Moana 2 coming out as well. Super excited for that. You could check out my reactions to that.
In the beginning, there was only ocean. Until the other island emerged.
I love when animators use different drawing styles.
And one day, the most daring
transitions. This animation is breathtaking.
Maui was struck from the sky, never to be seen again.
I get throw up!
As long as we stay
on Moana,
our very safe island, we'll be fine.
The legends are true.
Sun in my eye? Am I a main character? All right, our first health lesson of the video is, can we guess how old Moana is here? She's exhibiting some specific motor milestones that are part of her developmental milestone trackers. Baby Moana's doing a couple of things that can clue us into how old she is. She is able to walk independently with 2 feet. The other thing is she's picking up objects and bringing them close to her body. That is another learned behavior. Babies can't do these things, and Moana is in a toddler age, but how old exactly? Well, do you have your guesses? She is not really speaking yet. The age that I'm thinking is that she is a 2-year-old, at least, because she's taking steps. You usually take your first step by 1 year old, and to walk with 2 feet and take 2 steps at a time is something that a 2-year-old does. She is walking with 2 feet, but all she says is shoo, and that's all we really heard. Animators, when they pick an age, they cutify the character by making them still babble and coo, which is adorable. However, we would expect that Moana would have a larger vocabulary. Oh, I love that shot. Can you bring back the phone that I dropped in a lake in Wisconsin? I'd really appreciate it. Water, thanks. Let's do a hypothetical situation. This is going to help you remember the developmental milestones in a fun way. Let's say it's 2 a.m. You wake up in the morning and you are sleeping prone, so on your belly, and you wake up and you're like, oh, I don't actually have to wake up yet. So you just smile and you can maybe swat at your alarm and go back to sleep. Then you wake up at 4 a.m. You still don't have to wake up yet, so you're still smiling, you're happy. Then it's 6 a.m. and when it's 6 a.m. you like, oh, I have to start waking up now. So you roll over onto your back, and so kids can roll over at 6 months. 9 a.m. you sit up and you're like, oh, I have to get up. And then 12 noon is when you go have lunch, and so you're eating, you're able to put things into your mouth, and that's where kids have the pincer grasp, is what we say. They can grab things.
Moana, make way, make way.
Moana, it's time you knew. The village of Motunui is all you need.
We make our nets from the fibers. The water's sweet and sour.
Did you know that coconuts can have health benefits for you? Coconut oil specifically is something that we talk about in the clinic setting for kids who have asthma. Well, also asthma. Asthma has the same ingredients that make asthma are the same ingredients that make allergies, the same ingredients that make eczema. We call them the atopic triad. The other thing that people use coconut oil for is for cooking. There are some studies that show it can improve your cardiovascular health, your heart health, and also some studies say that it can improve or prevent Alzheimer's. Those studies still need to be supported, so the research is kind of still out, and I love that here they're being holistic in their use of the coconut, where they eat the meat, they use the leaves to build fibers and nets and baskets.
You are the future of our people, Moana. It's time to be who they need you to be.
It's really important for the child to understand where home base is. Is home base at school? Is it with grandma? Who's home base and where's home base? And it's really important to establish home as home base, because that safety and security will let them know when they can drop all the walls and all the tension of the days and the stressors and really just connect with people. I find it really wonderful that we have technology in life, because it brings us a lot of wonderful things, including how you're watching this. It needs to be done tactfully and wisely when children are in the picture. Too often I'm finding children coming in who are on screens for 8+ hours in a day, and it's my job as a pediatrician to talk and say, hey, it's actually recommended that before the age of 5 that we reduce screen time, and even after the age of 5. But throughout anyone's life, our job is to reduce screen time and to engage with children. Daily reading, even when they are newborns, helps their brain learn new sounds and make sense of communication. The benefits of this scene is that establishing himself as her father as home base. Now, there's still some tension of her having a different dream than his, and that's not exactly what this whole movie's about, though many Disney movies are about, my dream is not your dream, but they're hinting at hers being different. However, he's challenging her to assume her responsibility in life. So there's an element of her having to grow up and see what it is she wants versus what is expected of her. Beautiful thing is that they're having a tender moment, and I wonder how often children these days are having tender moments with their families, even as something as simple as having a family dinner. Research shows that kids who have family dinners with their family at least once a week, it should be daily as much as possible, and I understand that there are so many constraints to making that happen, but even weekly will help prevent things like mental illness, drug use, and risky behavior. It will also improve the mental health of the parents. Their school performance will go up. All these things are affected because the family unit is what is so important. And if we can bring that back for society, I think we can have a very blossoming and blooming society.
The village believes in us.
She's engaging in the cultural traditions, the dances, the food. Auli'i Carvalho's voice is golden, and I think she deserves to come back as the live-action Moana.
Instead of endangering our people, so you can run right back to the water.
I've been staring at the edge of the water.
Long as I can remember, never really knowing why.
See the light as it shines on the sea. It's blinding.
No one knows how deep it goes.
It's the wind in my sail on the sea seas behind me.
One day I'll know how far I'll go.
Waves like mountains. His best friend begged to be on that boat. Your dad couldn't save him.
What do you do in your family? Do you talk about death with your kids? I was talking about it today with one of my friends that it seems like, depending on the culture, some people don't ever talk about it, and it's traumatizing for kids when it's their first experience, and other people make it a normal thing, like, oh, it's just a part of life. And depending on the kid's age, we actually were learning recently, they process things differently. So they ask questions like, does everybody die? How long do you die for? Can I come back from dying? Can this person come back from dying? And usually the death of a pet is the first opportunity for a family to discuss the concept of death. Oh, is that her dad? I would love to have one of those that lets me know what my past and future is going to be. Oh my gosh, this water animation is spectacular. So why'd she try to kill her literally 2 scenes ago?
Our ancestors believed Maui lies there.
Why would it choose me?
Because your name is Moana. She got 2 parents, and Disney's like, we got too many, gotta rotate them out. This is too much support for a main character. All right, we're just pausing at this moment.
Here come the water slide.
We talked about adverse childhood experiences before several times. What it is, it's a survey of 10 questions about different trauma exposures that a child could have. And when I shared it, a lot of you had extremely insightful things about how it needs to include things like parental loss and how it doesn't currently. One thing that's on the positive childhood experiences questionnaire, which is also available, one of the protective factors for kids is how many non-parent grown-ups are genuinely interested in their well-being. And so we just said that she already has 2 parents, and grandma is a non-parent grown-up who is genuinely interested in her well-being. And so grandma counts as a protective factor for Moana. I ask you, who was your protective factor growing up that was not related to you, but was genuinely interested? I had so many delightful teachers who would take me to summer camp and the pool, would invest in me, my coaches on sports teams, my youth leaders.
There's a line with the sky
Yes,
to see,
reprises.
and it calls me.
Hypothesis is confirmed again. Disney movies and movies in general that tend to be the most popular at least have one thing in them. It's a secret sauce. It is a reprise. Oh, he's the best character. Dude, this ocean has a temperament, and it ain't a good one. Dude, this animation is stellar.
Yeah, so what I believe you were trying to say
Is thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
hey, what has 2 thumbs and pulled up the sky?
When you were waddling yay high the sky. Again, different styles of animation. It makes it so fun to watch.
Every single movie that has all these fun animations, yay!
The version with Jordan Fisher, Lin-Manuel, anyone watched it?
And thank you!
Look at how resourceful she is. Goodness, Moana demonstrates resilience and the importance of following your dream.
That one hurt him.
Why didn't this water just do it by herself from the start?
Wonder what they're here for.
Did someone say coconut oil? Speaking of coconut. So cool. Resourceful, resilient, perseverant.
Put this back? Save the world? You'd be everyone's hero.
Why doesn't the ocean just take the heart of Tafiti all the way to the island and just...
That's a great idea.
It's seeing where you're going in your mind, knowing where you are by knowing where you've been.
I say the same thing to a lot of my kiddos. I say it's not about what's happened, it's about what you are going to do in response. So we're not in control of what happens to us, we're only responsible for what we do in response to what happens. And I think that that helps find your agency and your sense of control in a very chaotic situation that, especially as a child, you feel like you are not in control.
Dad? Mom?
This segment is her having a nightmare, and like I've discussed before, nightmares sometimes are the unprocessed feelings and fears from our day. If we don't vent, talk about them, get to process them, they sit in our subconscious, and when we go to sleep, then our brain processes through them. It's really important to have deep sleep, because when you have deep sleep, then you can have dreams and you enter REM. There's a lot of like sleep health. Sleep medicine is fascinating, and we still don't even know why we truly sleep.
Chose me for a reason.
If the ocean's so smart, why didn't it just take the heart back to defeat itself? Or bring me my hook?
That's what I've been saying. This movie has such a sense of adventure. We're really going from location to location and pounding through the plot.
So, not seeing an entrance.
Yes, because it only appears after a human sacrifice. Kidding! He loves bragging about how great he is.
You two must get along swell.
Love talking about yourself. There's possibly an element, I don't like to label characters with personality disorders, but narcissistic personality disorder comes to mind. People who talk about themselves, can't see themselves being wrong, have difficulties connecting with other people because they want to spend time talking about themselves. They have grandiose thoughts about who they are, their goals for their lives, and see themselves as the main character of life, which I guess Maui is a main character in this, so that's okay.
Are you just trying to get me to talk about myself? Because if you are, I will gladly do so.
What a wild exchange. The guy who came up with this was having a fever dream at night, and he was like, we need a villainous crab who sings a song about himself.
Watch me dazzle like a diamond in the rough.
Diamond in the Rough. Aladdin reference. This movie is chock full of them. Which other references have you found?
Say la vie, mon ami, I'm so shiny.
I wish this song did a key change or something so that it had a bit more drive.
Hey! Hey! Did you like the song?
Did you like this song? He's such a cute villain.
I wasn't born a demigod. I had human parents. They took one look and decided they did not want me. They threw me into the sea, like I was nothing. Somehow, I was found by the gods. They gave me the hook. They made me Maui.
Childhood is so formative that even Maui has kept this. He harbors these feelings even now. It's been, thousands of years, he said, but how he was treated as a child impacts the grown-up he is now. And because he didn't have the love and affection and validation from his parents, I don't know how young he was when he was tossed in the ocean, but that being part of his story has set him on a path of seeking that validation from others instead of finding that value in himself. That is really hard to become aware of. And that is something that speaking with loved ones, speaking with therapists and psychiatrists can help you piece together how you are living life based on things that have happened to you, especially in childhood, that were out of your control, but you've internalized. And you now externalize it in maybe somewhat unhealthy ways.
Maybe the gods found you for a reason. Maybe the ocean brought you to them because it saw someone who is worthy of being saved.
Beautiful.
But the gods aren't the ones who make you Maui. You are.
Yeah, he gets to choose how he uses the hook, for good, for evil. This animation is glorious. Teamwork, community, confidence, perseverance, and Hei Hei. Growth for everyone. What does that mean? Act 3 is about to come in.
Moana of Motunui, I believe you have officially delivered Maui across the Great Sea.
The poeticism in the script writing is profound. Everything has a fulfilling movie to watch because you are rewarded for paying attention to even the smallest things because everything has a great payoff.
Turn around! No! Moana, stop!
No!
I told you to turn back.
And that's how he identifies. He identifies with the hook as his power. So he feels broken that his power is broken.
We can fix it.
It was made by the gods. You can't fix it. I'm not killing myself so you could prove you're something you're not.
Restore the heart of Te-Fiti. The ocean chose me.
It chose wrong.
I wish he bit that a little bit more. It chose wrong.
Choose someone else. Please.
Wow. Gorgeous. And think of the patience the ocean had to have of picking her and waiting for her to grow up and everything.
You're a long ways past the reef.
Grandma?
This could be seen as different things from a health point of view. A hallucination is a possibility where she's seeing and hearing things that other people might not be seeing and hearing. But what I believe they're going for, and obviously it's what they're going for, is this is her processing the situation she's in with the wisdom and guidance of those who are in her life, who poured into her. Obviously it's her grandma, who she looks up to and who placed this goal on her shoulders and who she can confide in. It's a beautiful moment. I think it's really important for people to take times like this to meditate and think about who in their life would be looking out for them, seeing if they can connect with them either in person or through whatever means. If you pray or you meditate, and that's how you can work through your feelings and work through your thoughts. It's a really healthy exercise, and I encourage you to try it. Deep breathing is also another one.
Why do you hesitate?
I don't know.
I wish you were just quiet and didn't say, I don't know. The phrase, I don't know, deflates scenes. I am everything I know and more, still they call me.
And the call isn't out there at all, it's inside me.
I know the way.
I am
Moana! I wish they showed her swimming down from like a shot like that, but there was a swirl of light around her as she swam down.
Go save the world.
Maui, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ah, nice. All right. So typically when it comes to meeting new people, it's really important for kids to understand the difference between friends and strangers, to know that they should have some element of stranger danger, which kids do technically have. When kids are in their first year of life, they can have separation anxiety, stranger anxiety, and so those things are normal. And it's also really important for you to teach them when they're really young. Dude, everyone's coming out here to help Moana. She has all these friends. And speaking of friends, it's really important to teach them like how to tell a good friend from a bad friend, good touch from bad touch, and then have them memorize your phone number, their address, important things, so that, God forbid, they needed help from a stranger, they could get help. So now it's Maui, Hei Hei, the tattoo, the water, all together.
Let her come to me.
Oh my gosh, this movie deserves all the praise.
They have stolen the heart from inside you.
This does not define you.
This is not who you are.
Who you are. Oh my gosh.
Who you truly are.
Wow, what a beautiful message of growth. We're eating good tonight. Fruits and veggies all around from Tafiti herself. Dude, the animation didn't have to go that hard. Can we get these animators to do more?
I'm sorry about your hook.
Well, hook, no hook. I'm Maui.
His identity is in himself. He knows who he is. Wow, this movie is so profound. Because his identity is not in it anymore, he can have it back. I wish when she was coming home that as her parents ran, they would have shown her past the breaker. That would have been really impactful for everyone in the village to see her overcome the thing that she initially had the biggest trouble with and they were concerned most about, that she passed it and overcame their biggest fear as a village. And I think we can end it there. Thank you all so much for watching with me. What a beautiful movie. I hope you learned some healthy messages today that we found in film and in movies. I'd love to continue the conversation with you down below, as well as in future movies. You can watch some more videos right now, and let me know what we should watch next. I have a huge playlist, and I'd love to share more stories and more health messaging with you. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind